The art of prompting music. The art of prompting music. The art of prompting music. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to The Art of Prompting Music, the podcast where we discover different ways of making music with AI. So far, we have been doing this by interacting with different AI platforms, mainly Suno and ChatGPT. Sometimes we come with a clear goal in mind, such as trying to emulate a specific style or a specific genre. Sometimes we just like to experiment with different ways of prompting or different prompting strategies. We have been using musical words such as tempo or a certain scale or a certain chord. We have been also using emotional words or vibe words, something like a melancholic song, an euphoric song, or an atmospheric texture or an organic texture. And sometimes we use genre words, words like a jazz song or a rock song or a house song, any of these different genres. As always, I want to take a moment and invite you to participate. Use the comment box and share your prompt ideas or tell us what you think about the strategies that we're doing. Maybe you know better ways of doing this. Remember, this is a joint quest. This is a communal quest. I also want to invite you and check the playlist where we are sharing the best results of the prompts that we're doing. For instance, this music you're listening to now is what we call a music bed. A music bed is the music that you play behind someone that is speaking, such as what I am doing now. To make this, I asked Suno to generate a chill out, groovy, organic, sober music bed. And the result is what you're listening to right now. I like to use music beds to share my thoughts with you. One of our closing thoughts last week was about how Suno has its own musical personality, and it's really hard to distinguish different artists within the same platform. The artist is just an artist name, an icon. But you could really take songs from one to the other and you couldn't tell the difference. That is something new in music. This is not really about music being good or bad, about you liking it or not liking it. This is about music being distinguishable, basically. If you listen to some of your favorite artists, you will be able to tell one from the other. You will know who you're listening to. And these Suno artists, I would like to say that the difference is in the packaging, but not even. So, what is this? Is that really artistry? And I would say, well, I don't know. But I keep hoping that this new AI technology will help us produce real artistry. Cross my fingers. Okay, so this is what we're going to do today. Today, I'll be taking the same musical words, the same emotional and vibe words, and I will be changing only the genre word. So these are the common words. For musical terms, I will say minor ninth chords, three quarter medium tempo. Three quarter is like this waltz time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. For vibe, I put calm, alert, dynamic, and peaceful. As you see, they are a little bit push pull. I figured out that this works pretty good with the Suno. So I put calm, alert, dynamic, peaceful, which aren't necessarily opposite terms, but yes, there is a little bit of contrast between them. And as a first genre, we're going to ask Suno to make a cumbia out of this. See what happens. Let's listen to it. Okay. Yeah, this sounds all right. Reminds me a little bit of that prompt that we did last week. Not in the sense that it's musically similar, but in the sense that I'm really curious how this would sound played by a band live. But you know what? I think that this needs some lyrics. So let's go back to the platform and generate some lyrics. By the way, as I was going back to the prompt, I realized that I had typed in a three quarter, like a waltz tempo. This is not a waltz tempo. So we will have a complete other chapter telling about or talking about why Suno doesn't seem to want to react to musical words. We're making music. Anyway, let's go for the lyrics. So the title I chose for this is La Nube Negra is a blessing in disguise. La Nube Negra in Spanish means the black cloud. The black cloud is a blessing in disguise. Again, here by mixing two different languages in the prompt, I'm realizing that if you try to drive Suno a little bit crazy, like two different languages or two words in the prompt that are like very contrasting or even opposite from each other, that will lead to interesting results. So let's hear what song Suno made out of this. Okay, so I was hoping that it would take the music from the first version and just put lyrics on it. And this is something different, but still I like it. This is alright. Let's see how the voice is sounding.
Se cayó el cielo sobre mi casa. Me vi en el suelo contando grietas en la taza. Llamé tu puerta, nadie contestó.
Interesting rhyming.
De lo solito que soy. La nube negra is a blessing in the sky.
Well, this is alright. You know what? This one will make it to the playlist. Very cool. If you want to hear the full thing, go to the playlist. Okay, so now we're going to take the same prompt exactly, but instead of cumbia, I'm going to type in punk rock. Why not? By the way, remember, from the first prompt, the vibe, the emotional vibe, well, it's hard to tell. Did I get it? Did I not get it? But in musical terms, yes. Was there minor chords there? Yes. Were there minor ninth chords? To me, that sounded more like normal minor chords with no extensions. And was that three quarters? Was that a waltz time? Well, obviously not. Anyway, we type the same prompt, but this time it's going to be punk rock. and it's going to be also a little bit different lyrics. Well, actually, first let's listen to the non-lyrics version. Okay, so we start again with the musical terms. This is not a 3/4. However, I have to say that I hear a little bit of a timid ninth there in that guitar riff, so at least that's all right. And yeah, this is all right, but obviously needs some lyrics. So let's go work on the lyrics. This time, instead of a male singer, I'll just for a female singer. And let's change the theme of the lyrics. So now it's going to be called Iron Heart. And we do this by covering the song. So if you are familiar with Suno, there's two things that we could do. We could retype the prompt again and put lyrics on it, or we could go to this version and put cover and put the lyrics on it. That's what I made with the previous track, by the way. And still the musical content was completely different. But let's see what happens now. Okay, so this time is the same musical idea. Slightly different sound production. But yeah, the same riff. And actually... Okay, and there goes the vocal. But let me try one thing. Because as I listen to this riff, this is really like... I mean, that guitar riff is guitarable, let's say. Look. Right? So that guitar riff is a real guitar riff. It's not the first time that I hear guitars in Suno and I try to play and it's actually real like guitar stuff. Same with the piano things. It all sounds like real, like Suno knows musically what it's doing. That's why I don't understand why I cannot really prompt musical ideas. But anyway, so this was Iron Heart. Nice song. This one won't make to a playlist. I think it's all right, but it does sound a little bit like one of those Suno songs that you can find in any other artist. So I won't put it. And now let's make the third try. The third try is not going to have lyrics. It's going to have exactly the same description as the previous two ones, but I'm only going to change the style. And this time, the style is going to be a string quartet. This classical music, I would say string quartets. Like Beethoven, Mozart, Haydn, Brahms, all those artists made amazing string quartets, if you know them. And if you don't, well, what are you waiting to check them out? So same description, and in the style, I'm going to write string quartet. No lyrics this time. Is going to be fully instrumental. And let's say what Suno has to deliver in string quartets. Okay, so this is like a poppy string quartet. It has a guitar on it. Guitar is a string instrument, so technically should be. This is not what I was thinking when I prompt string quartet, but hey. Now, I have to say the same thing. This is a major song in a 4/4 beat. I cannot understand why a platform that can deliver guitarable guitar chords pianable, piano chords, bassable bass lines, drummable drum beats, and everything, is not able to deliver like a three quarters tempo or a certain type of chord. To me, that escapes my understanding. But hey, we'll keep trying. Now, will this one make it to the playlist or not? I don't know. I'll think about it. I'm a little bit double about it. For today, definitely my favorite was the cumbia thing, the Nube Negra. But yeah, this is also not bad. So, yes, that's what we had today. The idea of writing same emo words, same musical words, and different styles. And yes, we got the different styles, the musical words, completely ignore them, or I would say 80% ignored. There was 1/9 there somewhere. And the emotion words, well, they're subjective, So this was supposed to be calm, alert, dynamic, and peaceful. That's, yeah, as I said, very subjective. You listen to it and you tell me what think. I will put the cumbia song in the playlist. Please go check that playlist. And as I said before, also please tell me what your prompt ideas are, and tell me also specifically if you know other platforms that I should be using. Maybe there are platforms there that know better about musical terms or that have other possibilities. I also have to say that Suno has many options, and I will be exploring those also in the future. So there are many different you can get in the studio. I think that you can almost use it as a DAW, and it would be great if we could use it as a conversational DAW. I say this in every chapter. I'm going to say it again. My absolute, wet dream of AI is to have a conversational DAW, that can also teach. That would be like, wow, But anyway, please interact in the comments and let's discover this world of AI music together. Other than that, this is everything for today. I'm wishing all of you a fantastic week, and you know that there will be more of this. So stay tuned and see you next time. The art.